This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity. Alright. So, as I was saying to myself, which really was just to myself because you haven't been able to hear me for 30 minutes, this is clearly Lilith's daughter, right? Because we know she grew up in the lighthouse because we saw the markings cut into the wall of the different heights and her ages, and it said her name. And, you know, Lilith has been looking out onto the horizon all this time, waiting for that certain ship to come back, and then now we know that that's her ship. So that's what she's waiting for. She's waiting for her daughter to return. You know, for her daughter's ship to come back into the port, and she has been waiting all this time. So, you know, if I can
thoughts must flow deep
reunite them
indeed.
somehow, then
Hey.
she could be at peace, and
Of course.
we wouldn't have to, you know, kill her or whatever. So, here we go. Gonna talk to Marith.
I'm ready.
But just in
Good.
case we have to beat her and her pirate friends down, gonna do this
All right,
do this
then.
properly. Nothing like a good port while at port. Like, I already came and talked to them. I don't think I was able to talk to her before. She probably just gave me a one-liner. But now I will be able to. If I wanted company, I'd go to the salty mast. Merowith's gold tooth catches the candlelight. What is it this time? Oh, I did talk to her before, because yeah. I've been through these dialogue choices. I'm a sailor, she gives you a half smile, and a liberator of certain goods. Merowith casually fingers a large earring. And the nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. Someone at the old lighthouse in Ondra's gift was looking for your ship. There's pain in her mind, Watcher. The pain of a child's abandonment. It never goes away. This honest thing comes up a lot. I didn't peg you for a liar. At least not from what I've heard. She looks you over, narrowing her eyes. But that don't mean I believe you. She leans in, her voice a low hiss. You'd better explain what gave you such an interesting notion. The last lighthouse keeper watched for your ship every day. It's all in the log. Oh yeah, that's not my character's voice. The last lighthouse keeper watched for your ship every day. It's all in the log. No! Her snarl flashes a gold tooth. She turned me out. We were poorer than the fishermen who live there now, and when she learned I'd put food on our table with stolen coin, she told me that if she never saw me again, it'd be the mercy of the gods. Her darkened eyes are filled with rage. I had nowhere else to go, and it was a rough life until I rose to captain. She ignored the Adira in advance to stay behind. I think she was waiting for you. She turns her eyes away. She was always so stubborn. I forget sometimes where I got it. She gulps down the rest of her wine. I'll go. Perhaps it will give both of us some peace. And so she heads off to meet her ghost mom, I guess. Got some XPs. Let's see. Merowith revealed that the last lighthouse keeper, presumably the creature that now haunts the upper level, was her mother. I convinced Merowith to visit in hopes of pacifying the spirit. Return to Naya by the lighthouse. The Banshee shouldn't be a problem any longer. Naya's in Ondra's gift waiting for the good news. Okay. These other pirates are like, what did you fucking do with our captain exactly? Alright, they're all still saying the same stuff. So as I was saying before during the silent time, I'm not real keen on the fact that their design involves 10 loading screens. Like, this is what I'm talking about with the loading screens. I had to go through 10 loading screens, at least round trip, to do this. I had to go through 5 to get from the 3rd floor of the lighthouse into this tavern. Actually, I wasn't counting the one to go upstairs in the tavern, so 6 loading screens, and then all 6 of those again to go back. That's a lot of loading screens to just have to go through one after another to do things like this. And that sort of thing seems to happen a fair amount in this game, so that's one of my minor design complaints. I mean, I don't know exactly what they could do about that, but I guess... Oh yeah, that's right, and I saw Cyril here. I was commenting on that. I think I said some really funny shit too, but y'all missed it. I don't remember what it was, but it was good. It was good. So good. I don't know. Where am I even going right now? Like, I mean, obviously there has to be loading screens, right? They can't put all this stuff on, like, one big map or whatever. But, I don't know. They could try to not to design things where you have to go through a whole bunch of them in a row to do something, you know, like at the stronghold. You got to go through 3 loading screens to get to where you can rest. They didn't have to design it like that. They could have designed it so that the place where you could rest was all like on one screen when you first get there or whatever. Now, after complaining about the loading screens, I'm still going to do something ridiculous right now. Anybody else would just run up here and they would just talk to her, because that's what the quest tells you to do. I'm going to go through all these loading screens right now, probably for no reason whatsoever, because I want to go back up to the top and see if anything has gone on there or anything has changed, or see if I can talk to the Banshee or anything before I talk to her. Why? I don't know. Again, it will probably be for naught. So I'm probably going through these 6 loading screens for no reason at all. But, you know, that's how I roll. Occasionally I find very small bits of story content in this way that other people do not. This does not appear to be one of those times. I mean, she's gone, obviously. But there's no... I can't, like, talk to the spirit or witness any kind of touching scene or anything. Alright, well, that's fine. Yeah, they didn't have to do that, did they? They certainly could have put these all on one map with just a bunch of black, you know, black space between them. And then you just, when you click on the transition, it just teleports you to the other. I know they can do that because I made a... You know, I messed around making, like, a module for Shadowrun Returns, which is in the Infinity Engine. Infinity Engine? Which is in the Unity Engine and is considerably less technically advanced than this game. And you can do it there. I mean, yeah, they can't combine the big maps together because the amount of, like, memory that these take up with all the stuff that's on the screen. But those little small floors... You know, you could have 3 or 4 of those on one map, and it would only equal out. Because, I mean, look at this map. This map's huge, and it has a ton of buildings, and it has a ton of art, and it has a ton of visual effects, and a ton of NPCs walking around, and sound effects, and all that. Like, you wouldn't combine this with, you know, like, the map for Brackenberry or any of that stuff. You wouldn't even combine it with, like, the interior maps, necessarily, because it already has, like, as much stuff on it as it can have in terms of memory, you know, and being able to run with decent performance. But what you could do is when you go inside this lighthouse, those 3 little floors of the lighthouse combined are smaller than this, right? So those could all just, you know, one of the floors could be up here, one could be over here, one could be like here, and there's black space between them, so you never know they're on the same map. And you just, you know, it just moves you from one to another. And that would cut out 2 of the 3 loading screens. They could do the same thing with your house in the Stronghold in Brackenberry. First floor, second floor. I mean, not Brackenberry, the Bright Hollow. Right? So that would cut a loading screen out of that whole deal. I mean, I'm just saying. It's not a huge deal, you know, like the loading screens don't take forever. They're not like in some games. They're relatively fast, but just seems like a design element that somebody should have, like, noticed, you know, when they're playing through this game. I don't know. I'm sure there was some reasons for it, some technical reasons or whatever. It doesn't ruin the game for me or anything. I just notice it and I think, this could have probably been done better. Okay.
Good day to you.
You'll never guess what happened.
Naya points to the lighthouse.
I was keeping an eye out for you, and who strolls down the dock but Merwith herself? You should have seen the stares she got. But she walks right into the lighthouse, never a word to anyone. And just when I'm sure she's met some awful fate in there, she strolls right out, still saying nothing to nobody.
Level up sound in the background. I love that.
Now I'm hearing all sorts of rumors about Merwith and the last lighthouse keeper.
She shakes her head.
I don't know what to believe, but everyone else around here is convinced that the place is safe again. I've even got a construction crew ready to start work.
Lance Bay, moderate positive. Sweet. She takes a deep breath, a big, contented smile on her face.
And I know I've got you to thank. Here, this is for you. Come back when the renovations are done. I've got big plans for this place.
Ooh, she's doing renovations. Alright. Major adventure completed. Man, he's really kicking those major adventures out, isn't he? That's 2 that he's done. How come he did this one so much faster? Like this one here he was doing forever. He started it on turn 5. And he didn't finish it until turn 12. This one here he just did in 3 turns. Items. Spoils weight in the Great Hall treasury chest. Sweet. No new adventure at this time. And we're working on our curtain wall. Okay. Let's see, I gained 1,000 copper. Lost those items. Gained a bunch of XP. I convinced Merwith to visit the Banshee. Now that the angry spirit is at rest, Naya can resume her renovations. Alright, cool, cool. Another one done. And Naya's gone. What do you have to say, sailor? Gives you a once-over, sizing you up. Watch it with the reckless eyeballing, sir. So, I don't know how long it's going to take her to do the renovations. Maybe it's renovated now. Oh my god, everyone leveled up. I did really good on XP there, apparently. Sweet. I think what it means when it says total quest experience right there is all of the experience you've gained over the stages of that quest put together. Like, so that quest itself gives you a total of 7866. Whereas, you know, just finishing it gives you that much. But then, you know, the other times, like when you go in, you get a little bit. When you go up to the top floor, you get some. When you talk to Merwith, you get some. So it spaces out the amount you get on these quests over the stages of the quest, which is cool. And then it gives you a bigger chunk in the end. which is nice. So now we're going to be level 7, starting to feel kind of powerful. I like that level up sound. I like her wearing this kind of monk robe and then just having a big gun. Badass. Alright. I always have to keep raising mechanics because it never seems to be high enough. So, I mean, I do want to get her lore up too, and her stealth, but it's got to be mechanics for now. I will have, next time I level up, I'll also have 9. And then if I spend 7 on it again, then I'll only have 2. Then the next time I'll have 8, and then I'll have to raise it again. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, level 4 powers. Sweet. Let's see what I can choose between. I get 2 of them. Body attunement. The cipher probes the mind and soul of the enemy target, finding the strengths of its defenses and stealing them for his or her own. Drains a portion of the target's damage reduction, granting the same amount as a bonus to the cipher. It's a fast cast. Nice range on it. So I take 7 DR from them, and I get it. That's awesome. Because, I mean, not only... I mean, the enemy has 7 less DR, so we can kill it a lot easier. And then she gets all that DR, so that if she's getting attacked... That is pretty cool, especially since it's fast. Talk to me about Mind Lance. Impales the target with a lance of pure force, inflicting major pierce damage to all in the line of attack with a high chance of causing an interrupt. Also fast. Target plus 16 meters long. And it does a pretty big chunk of damage versus will. That's pretty nice. That's nice. I mean, I'd have to be careful with it because it could hit allies, I suspect. But then again, maybe not. None of her abilities seem to ever damage allies, no matter what. Right? So, you know, maybe it doesn't damage allies. It says all in the line of attack, but lots of these spells say all, and they actually just mean enemies. Be interesting to try it. Pain block. Provides an ally with a mental block on his or her pain, granting a bonus to their damage reduction and regenerating endurance over time. Wow. Look at that. Ally gets plus 10 damage reduction and plus 12.4 endurance, I guess, over time or something. That's nice. Putting that on the tank would make him, like, friggin' invincible. That is really good. Silent Scream. Produces a psychic howl in the targeted area, stunning the target as well as dealing raw damage to all enemies within. Stands a high chance of causing an interrupt. Its average speed, kind of short, quite short range, but it hits a target and a pretty big radius. High interrupt chance. So the target takes raw damage. Raw damage is nice because it's not getting reduced by anything. And stun for 9.3 seconds. And then all the enemies in a big radius take... Oh, that's a... Yep, that one is getting taken. Silent Scream. Wait, what happened? No, Soul Ignition. No, so Silent Scream is a lock. That's going to be my new favorite spell. Wild Leech. Latches onto some characteristic of the target's psyche and drains it, granting the same amount as a bonus to the cipher. Affects a random attribute. Yeah, no, I don't like that. That's not so great. I'll probably take... I think I'll take Pain Block and Silent Scream. This will be more situational use, and Silent Scream I'll probably use every damn fight. Then when I get my next power at the next level and I can get one more of these, I'll probably try Mind Lance. Okay. Good to go. So... Grieving Mother. She does not look like a cipher. She looks like some sort of woods person, woodswoman, hunter type. I guess we're going all in on some lore for her. Yeah. I think she's going to take the exact same ones. Well, she doesn't necessarily have to take Pain Block because my other character has it. She could take Silent Scream, though. The thing is, she's not much of a damage dealer because she doesn't have... She has low might. So, like, having her take Mind Lance or something is a little bit... She could do Body Attunement. Enemy loses 7. Damage reduction. I think I'll just have her take the same ones, just so it's simple.
On your word.
Kana, what does he get? He gets... Wow, look at him up close with that armor. Wow, that's pretty cray looking. He's so ridiculous looking with his sunburst and his hat. Every time I move and change my position, I have to like kind of readjust how the mic is. Okay, so do I want to make him a little stealthier? Nah, let's just keep going all in on his lore so he can use the I want to get him to where he can use the really high level scrolls. Because he'll probably be the only one that gets enough lore to use the really high level scrolls. He can get another phrase, huh? Okay. Well, let's see what they are. We know about these level 1 phrases, don't we? We've already read about these. The level 2 phrases. 1 dozen stood against the power of the saint. Decreases the duration of and defends against frightened and terrified effects for allies in the area of effect. No. Rime and Frost followed the footfalls of Karth. Okay, this one sounds really good. Allies leave a hazardous trail of frost wherever they move, hobbling and causing freeze damage to enemies. But I don't know how much they've changed it or fixed it from the last time I saw it. You tried to use it in beta, but it was a real mess. It left these things all over the place, and they got all buggy and laggy and weird. And I don't know, I just remember not being a fan. What does this one do? Oh. The fox from the farmer did run and leap. Reduces accuracy of disengagement attacks for enemies in the area of effect. That's kind of shitty. Maybe I will take this one, and then I don't know if how often I'll ever use it, but I might use it for him when he's pulling and like running away, and enemies have to like run through these things. We'll try it. Rime and Frost followed the footfalls of Karth. Okay, so Kana's done. Durance. Oh, he's gonna unlock a new tier of spells. 4th level spells. Ooh. This will be good. Okay, oh yeah, he might get enough lore, because he's kind of going crazy with the lore also. Stealth is kind of poor, but Maybe I'll get his stealth up first. The next time, I'll, have more points to put into lore. He did get a whole new tier of spells. Sweet.
What?
5, 5, 5, and 2 4th level spells. So let's read about his new spells. You notice there's fewer of them, but that's okay. Barring Death's Door. Fast cast, short range, prevents a severely wounded character's health from reaching 0 when it would result in the death of the character. The character can still be knocked out through endurance loss. Really? That's kind of nice. Like, you can really save somebody's life in that way. Okay. Devotions for the Faithful. 4th level priest spell. Short range, decent size radius. Friendly AoE, +4 might, +20 melee accuracy, +20 ranged accuracy, and AoE on foes, -10 might, -20 accuracy. Holy shit, that's good. That is hella good. When we have everybody grouped up, all the enemies and allies in a tight sort of scrum, that is a huge buff and a huge debuff at the same time. That is a good spell. And it lasts how long? 36 seconds. Nice. Invokes the benediction of the priest's god, imbuing, like, that would have been so good in those, like, harder shade fights. Imbuing allies in the area of effect with accuracy and might bonuses while enemies receive penalties to the same. Devotions for the Faithful. I am a fan. Prayer against bewilderment. Okay, this is just like all the other prayer against ones. It's against dazed and confused, which is nice, actually. That may actually see use. Because confused is horrible enough that when I fight things that use confuse, I may really realistically use this spell. Bestows alacrity upon the minds of allies in the area of effect, granting a bonus against attacks with confused or dazed afflictions and reducing the duration of any such afflictions currently on the target. Okay, that's solid. I mean, in those very rare situations where you're fighting confusers. Like such as Will-o'-the-Wisps. Will-o'-the-Wisps? Will-o'-wisps. Restore major endurance. Shares a generous portion of the caster's divine strength, restoring a significant amount of endurance to all allies in the area of effect. Small AoE, short range, and that is a decent amount of endurance, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look that high. You're like, oh, 42.6, that's not much. But then you got to realize that, like, well, I mean, okay, these guys all have quite a bit, but my weaker characters, that's like half their endurance or more. And it's like, even so, it's like a third of the endurance of most of these people. It's a quarter of his endurance, basically, but still.
What?
Still, though, I doubt, how often am I going to want to blow a 4th level spell on a a little endurance heal like that? Probably not that often, but we'll see. Sometime it might be necessary. Searing, okay, we got another seal. Talk to me about this. I love these seals, even though apparently phantoms and fucking, what do you call them? Phantoms and shades are immune to them because they're hovering. Some bullshit. Average speed, range 10 meters. That's probably about the same as the other seals, right? Yeah. Okay. So, it places a magical seal on the floor that bursts into flame when an enemy comes into contact with it, blinding them and inflicting burn damage. There's a 3.1 meter radius. How does that compare? Oh, that's a much bigger radius than Warding Seal. And a much bigger radius than Repulsing Seal. So that's a big seal. That's like twice as big. Hold on. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a huge seal. Okay. And it does 22 to 39 burn damage, which is not a lot, considering that Warding Seal does... So it does like half as much damage as Warding Seal, but it also puts an 18-second blind on all those enemies. I mean, it's a big area. So assuming I'm not fighting floaters like phantoms and just a regular group of normal standing on the ground enemies, that's going to burn and blind a lot of them. That's cool. That's a good spell. So that one and Devotions for the Faithful so far are the ones that are going to get used a lot. Shining Beacon. Short range. Average speed. Decent size radius there. It's a foe AoE. -10 to all defenses. And they take burn damage over time. Conjures an intensely luminous beacon of light, causing enemies in the area of effect to take a penalty to all defenses and accrue burn damage over time. Not bad. Might get used. Might get used. Yeah, it's actually kind of good. Decent size radius. And I can open with it. You can't open with... I mean, I never really used the priest to open anyway, but if I did... And what's the last one? Triumph of the Crusaders. That sounds a pretty intense name. There's a better range. Small AoE. Plus 200 endurance per kill for 72 seconds. What? Imparts to allies the fervor of righteousness in battle. When any ally in the area of effect delivers a killing blow, he or she regains endurance. That's an interesting spell. I don't know how I don't think I like it very much, though, because, one, it's a small-ass area, and they have to be in that area to deliver... So it's only going to affect, like, a couple of your people, probably. And... the people that need the healing are usually not the ones that are delivering the healing blow anyway. I don't know. That seems like I won't really use that as a 4th level spell. So realistically, I'm going to be using Searing Seal and Devotions for the Faithful. Those are the ones I'm going to be using a lot. Maybe Shining Beacon sometimes also. But
What?
yeah, that's cool. That's some nice additions to my arsenal. So... You know what's going to be rad? When Endurance hits level 9. You know why? That's 2 levels from now. When Endurance hits level 9, all of his first level spells become per encounter instead of per day. That means every single encounter he can cast 5 of these without using up anything. Which will be friggin' rad. When he hits level 11, his 2nd level spells all become per encounter. That means he can drop like 5 repulsing seals per encounter without using up anything, which will be glorious.
I'm ready.
By the way, that level 9 thing and the level 11 thing, that also applies to wizards and druids in this game. So the 3 primary casting classes, when they hit 9 and 11, they become amazing because they suddenly have a whole bunch of per encounter spells.
Tell me.
Okay, Pallegina. Okay. Let's see here. What is she working on? Athletics, I guess, but... Oh, yeah, let's get her stealth up a little more. It's pretty shitty still. It looks cool. I like what she's got going on there. What is this? Oh, these are her paladin abilities. This is the first time we've had a chance to actually choose a paladin ability for her. So let's take a look at all these. Inspiring Triumph inspires all allies in the vicinity when the paladin downs an enemy, providing a temporary bonus to all defense. It's passive. Big radius. +7 all defenses for... That's kind of good because she's one of our big damage dealers, so she downs an enemy fairly often. And giving 7 all defenses to everybody probably doesn't include her. It might include her, but it'll definitely include the tank. That's pretty cool. And it's a passive, so I never have to worry about activating it. I pretty much like that. Liberating Exhortation. Commands an ally to summon all their strength in order to temporarily ignore existing hostile effects. The effects will resume once liberating exhortation ends. So that's twice per encounter. It's a fast speed, 24-second, like, single target suppress affliction. That's good. Wow. That's hella good. Twice per encounter? Somebody gets blinded or confused or anything else, she can be like, boom, fast cast, 10-meter range, get rid of that shit for 24 seconds. That's pretty hot. Wow. Zealous Charge inspires a paladin and all nearby allies to charge fiercely into battle, increasing their movement speed and disengagement defense. Cannot be active with other zealous auras. So this would replace her accuracy aura. No thanks. I mean, this could be real useful for certain situations, you know, for kiting and for pulling and all that stuff, but no. I have no interest in replacing her. Actually, that could be really useful, though, sometimes. Oh, man, actually, it's pretty tempting. Because they're modal, so I could switch back and forth to the, you know, other one whenever. Sworn Enemy. Marks an enemy as the focus of the Paladin's Righteous Fury, granting accuracy and damage bonuses against the target until combat ends or the target goes down. And it's 3 per rest. Sorry. It's 3 per rest. Long range. Target takes 20% extra damage, basically. And, plus, that's pretty sweet, especially against a tough enemy, like a tough boss or anything that we really need to take down that's sort of, you know, hard to hit or hard to kill. It's a pretty good ability, actually. It's nice. I would like to have it, but I don't know if it's what will get chosen right now. Deprive the Unworthy. The Paladin temporarily snuffs out all active beneficial effects on a single foe. The effects resume once Deprive the Unworthy ends. I don't like this. Twice per rest? If that was like once per encounter or twice per encounter, it'd be tempting, maybe. I mean, how often do enemies even have buffs? Not that often, right? Plus, yeah, no, we're good. Zealous Endurance. This is another aura. Fills the Paladin and his or her allies with unshakable confidence, increasing their damage reduction. Ooh. +3 damage reduction as an aura is not bad, but I'll probably never actually take that. Because I want Sworn Enemy, I want Zealous Charge, I want Liberated Exhortation, I wouldn't mind Inspiring Triumph. So, like, these two, not gonna happen. Reviving Exhortation. Commands an unconscious ally to get back up, giving a large but temporary spike to endurance, half of which is lost after a short duration. Once per encounter, revive. Wow, that's good. That is good. I mean, somebody gets dropped, and instead of them just being out for the rest of the fight, she can get them up once per encounter. And they get a billion endurance. I mean, if it was one of my weaker... Because who gets dropped all the time, right? My Ciphers. And maybe Durance or Kana. And so that would restore way more than all of their endurance. And even if they lose that much after, they're still going to have... You know what I'm saying? Like... Wow. That is so good. That is crazy good. Man, these are some good abilities. It's hard to actually choose. It's really hard. I mean, I want this one, and 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 I want this one. I think the ones I want most are Sworn Enemy and Reviving Exhortation. Well, no, Liberating Exhortation's pretty damn great, too. I think I'm going to take this, though. Reviving Exhortation. It seems like the most powerful, and it's once per encounter. None of this per day shit. That way I don't have to worry so much about, oh no, you know, oh no, Grieving Mother or Seraphina's about to get dropped. That really sucks. I can just be like, whatevs, Reviving Exhortation, hop back up, bud. Yeah, taking that. That's really good. That's per encounter. Amazing. I would have expected them to put something like this on like a 2 or 3 times per day thing. But once per encounter is glorious. Alright, cool. I'm excited. Getting new abilities is awesome. Especially when they're good. Okay. Adair. God, he looks like such a dork. I hate his helmet. I hate his tiny little hatchet and his door shield. I don't even like the way his breastplate looks. He definitely looks the worst out of all of my characters in terms of, you know, everything. His whole appearance is way worse than everyone else's. Preview Mother looks pretty bad too. Oh, well, Kana looks awful in a different way. He looks awful in a funny, sort of, like, on purpose way. Alright, so... Nobody else has survival, right? He is the survival guy now, de facto, so... Why is his stealth so low? I thought he had more stealth than that. I think we're gonna go 1 stealth, 1 survival. Oh boy, he gets a fighter ability. I haven't been able to pick an ability for him for a long time. Vigorous defense is really nice. Super nice. The fighter becomes fiercely determined to deflect all incoming blows, dramatically increasing all defenses for a short time. It's once per encounter, so he can use it every single fight and get a huge defense bonus for a pretty long time. Which he could use at the beginning, like when he's first getting assaulted by a bunch of stuff, or if he starts getting rocked by like one really tough enemy or multiple really tough enemies. That is really good. Once per anything that you can use per encounter, it has a big thumbs up from me. Passive. The fighter is perfectly suited to wear even bulky and restrictive suits of armor, lowering their recovery penalty significantly. Minus 16% armor speed penalty. Nope. Then there's all the weapon specializations, right? So he does 15% more damage with whichever weapon group. So, I mean, I could give him, like, weapon spec peasant, he'd do 15% more damage with the hatchet and all that. But nah, it's not really worth it, considering how good some of these other abilities are. Unbending. The fighter draws strength from his or her indomitable spirit, causing them to regenerate 50% of endurance lost from an attack. From an attack? Or all the attacks over 17.3 seconds? I think it's that. 3 per rest, which is not great, but you wouldn't need to use it all the time. Basically 3 times a day, he could go into, like, awesome super healing mode if need be. And, you know, when he's getting hit, when he's getting really hit hard, he's getting half of that back as healing. That's a good ability for the times that he's going to have to tank some serious shit that's really going to hurt him. Confident aim. Steadies the fighter's arm, causing a percentage of their grazes to be converted to hits and increasing the minimum damage for melee weapons. This is a nice passive for offensive purposes, but I don't really care about offensive purposes for him. Discipline barrage, same thing. Fighter intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time. It's nice. Once per encounter, accuracy buff is certainly lovely. If I was focused more on him doing damage instead of just being a pure tank, I would get that, but I'm not. So a Guardian stance sucks. We've already read about that, and it doesn't affect him. It only affects his allies' deflection, so screw that. Ooh, clear out. Sweeps the fighter's melee weapon in a large arc, knocking enemies prone. 2 per rest doesn't make me very happy. I'd be way happier if this was a once per encounter ability, but it's a pretty big cone. Cone, wow. And what does it do? It does, you know, moderate damage. And it's a push and a knockdown? Holy shit. That is so good. Like, when you have a whole bunch of enemies all up in our shit, like, attacking my back ranks and stuff, he could just cruise over there and be like, hey guys, get out of here. And, like, AoE cone them, push them, and knock them prone, all of them. Can't do it very often, but wow. So that and unbending and vigorous defense are all super good. I think I got to take clear out, though. I mean, these will help him. These two would help him tank really harder stuff. But this will let him, like, save the squishies. Which, you know, is often a good thing that we want. So we're going to take clear out. And we're done. So all the leveling up is finished. Right there. 763 health. So how does this... Oh, okay. So it's not a huge cone as far as length, but it's quite wide, and it only hits enemies. So, you know, if you had a few enemies over here attacking your peeps, you could definitely get a few of them off. They're going to get pushed 5 meters and knocked prone, so that's... And take some damage.
All right, then.
Wish it was once per encounter, but I can live with twice per rest, I guess. Alright, everybody leveled up. I'm excited. I love it when people level up. It's my favorite thing. It's going to be forever before they level again, though. 6,500 more experience. Like 39,000 XP we have to gain. Alright. Faintly good in Defiance Bay.
Eh?
Alright, well now that that's done, I know that took quite a while with all the reading of abilities and stuff, so I'm sorry about that, but hopefully somebody found it interesting like I do. Just need to adjust my mic some. I'm just gonna rant for a second while loading screen. I consider myself to be the ideal kind of RPG player because I am deeply involved with and interested in engaging with both the story and the mechanics of an RPG, which are like the two elements of a role-playing game. There's a lot of people that don't care that much about the story. There's a lot of people that don't care that much about the mechanics. They just pick whatever, and they just use whatever abilities, or they kind of skip through the story stuff. But I, like, deeply delve into the story, and I deeply delve into the mechanics and the tactics and the, you know, stats and what the stuff does. So I think I'm the person that RPGs are made for. I am like the ultimate target audience, in my opinion. Shh. Okay. Well, apparently she's renovated the hell out of this place. That's the same rug that was like before, but it looks like it's been kind of smoothed out a little bit. And cleaned a bit. Okay, well this place looks way better. She's turned it into a tavern. That's so cool. Hey, that chest is no longer... Okay. Wait, are these commoners really just saying the same shit that the commoners say outside on the street? Nothing about, hey, look at this new renovated cool place that we're in. Well, at least this place has a legit tavern now, so that people don't have to go over to Brackenberry. So the thugs have left the brothel? I'm just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Like, I don't go to brothels. I'm just saying, you know, my buddy, my friend, this person I know. Hey, look, there's art on the walls and everything. She really did a number on this place. Pretty quickly. Our ship's been dry for months. I could use a drink stiff enough to wake a dead man. It's good someone's fixing the lighthouse. Andra's gifts need some class. Well, see, she said something about it. We've heard that before. What's up, Valian guy? What else you got? Same stuff we've heard from these guys before. Okay. Taylor gives you a once-over, sizing you up. Ooh, there's stuff in here now. And there's the cook. Or It says it's a commoner and dressed up kind of fancy, but... Wait. Oh, this is free. Free cocoa for anyone. Maybe I'm allowed to take whatever I want here because I basically created this place. And I'm the one. This makes me happy. I like the fact that this was like a dungeon. And you had to come in here and fight a bunch of enemies, but then afterwards it gets converted into a tavern. It feels like I did this. This tavern would not exist if I hadn't done what I did. That's kind of awesome. Alright, Naya, let's have a chat. Quick saving, like, just in case.
How do you like what I've done with the place?
She dusts her hands on her clothing.
The rooms are still under construction, but I can get you food and drink if you'd like.
Let's see what you've got. Here's camping supplies. I guess I don't need them. I never get to camp in this dumb city. Here's a lot of foodstuffs. So if, you know, I needed to do some cooking. She has a lot of buff drinks. I always forget to use the buff foods and stuff. And drinks, which is dumb because I have a ton of it. And it's super cheap, so it's not like it, you know, I can replace it very easily. I don't need to save it up. And it would certainly help. Again, in those tough fights, like against the... Well, anything that's tough. She's even got Duke's own beef loaf, like as much as you could want to buy. I'll buy a couple of these. And what is Farmer's Spread? Ooh, move speed and might. What is Casita Casserole? Oh, she sells like every single type of dish. That dragon egg dish is ludicrous, though. What does that one do? Endurance and intellect. Ooh, really? I'll buy 3 of those. I'm gonna fill out these stacks that she's carrying to 6 each. Because why not? You know? This stuff is dirt cheap and yeah, like I said, I'm always forgetting to use the buffs, but at some point I won't forget. I'm like, who just got all that? Apparently she did. Okay, and yeah, I can do all the normal... Man, you can recruit level 6s. Once I hit level 10, pretty tempted. It'll be tempting to just come to the place and recruit a bunch of level 9 casters. I'm just gonna recruit 5 level 9 druids. And just let them go crazy with their once per encounter. Because druids have some nice first level spells. A party of level 9 druids, or level 10 or 11 druids, but level 9 plus druids would just tear stuff up, because they could all just unload their damage spells right at the start. I mean, just tons of them. Just unload them, like 5 of them. Boom, 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 boom. It would be amazing. Okay, so... yeah, we're done here. Oh, maybe I'll sell some stuff. Have some daggers. Have a quarterstaff. Still carrying a bunch of stuff I probably don't need to, but... have some padded armor. Some leather armor. Am I saving this for anybody? Is there any chance that anyone in my group is ever going to want to wear this? Oh, he might need it for a survival check. Hey, Fury's Tenchu, how you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you on the stream, in the chat again. You just noticed I have a YouTube channel and you just subbed there. Alright, cool. Thanks, man. At this point, pretty much any content that appears on that YouTube channel is just going to be recordings made from streams I did on Twitch, but I think it's a little easier to watch the episodes there than to try to watch them. I guess it's not really that much easier, but personally I would prefer to watch episodes on YouTube than watch them under highlights on Twitch. So, you know, yeah. Have a whole bunch of other playthroughs on there from before I started streaming. Yeah, I better save it just in case we need to make a hard survival check. He could put that on and that'll push him over the top. Padded armor, and yeah, a bunch of other stuff I'm saving for no reason at all, because I'm just a weirdo. A weirdo who saves a bunch of stuff. Okay. Oh. That's worth a lot. But somebody might want it, so I'm keeping it. And the rest of this I'm also keeping. I have this one extra book. I'm gonna sell that because I know that Kana's already carrying one. Alright, we're done here. Oh, she doesn't have rooms, though. Oh, she said their rooms are under construction. Okay. I wonder if that means if I come back later, she will actually have rooms. In a lot of games, I would say, nah, that's probably not going to happen. But in this game, from what I've seen, I suspect that she really will have rooms later. Okay, there. She's got full stacks of the different food types for whenever I remember to use the food buffs. Fierce Tenchu says, I put about 8-ish or so hours into this game, really enjoying it. Yeah, it's a great game. I love it so much. I've put an appalling number of hours in on this playthrough, given, you know, anybody else could have finished this game like twice in the amount of time I've been playing it, and I'm not even halfway done. I mean, no, my amount of hours is seriously stupid. It's just stupid. Look at this. 107 hours. 107 hours, and I'm not even halfway through the game. I think, legitimately, people are finishing this game in 50 hours. I mean, that's not a speed run or anything. They're finishing it, like, actually playing it, you know, reasonably completionist in 50 hours or less. People could probably speed run this in 30 hours or 25 hours or 20 even, maybe. So that's just silly. I'm gonna have like a 250-hour playthrough. But I am streaming, and I do spend a lot of time just like chatting and not really doing much in the game also, so that's part of it. Oh, builders, they're like actually doing the construction here. Cool. About to laugh now and then, right? So they're saying the same kind of stuff that...
Time to see and not be seen.
I mean, there's not going to be anything new hidden here, right? That wasn't already here hidden before. All of this is still the same. We have our work cut out for us fixing this lighthouse. Well, yeah, you do, obviously. But, like, that's what you get paid for. See, bear with. Yeah, well, they haven't really cleaned this this floor up too well yet, have they? These two are working hard. All right.
You must gather.
Must gather your party before venturing forth. Okay, so get out of here. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm done with Andra's gift. Nothing else to do here. So that means it's time to go, excitingly enough, the first fires. So I have lots of things to do there. But you know, I think I'm not going to go to first fires. Anonymous. Fixing floor while leaving the dead mother's skeleton lying around. I guess people in pseudo-medieval magic worlds have different priorities. I know, right? Like, the first thing they would be doing in the real world is taking that skeleton out of there. Yeah. We're like, we'll get to that skeleton eventually. It's fine where it is. That's hilarious. Alright, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I was about to say, I'm not gonna go to First Fires yet. You know where I'm gonna go? Endless Halls. I'm gonna go do another level of Odd Nua. Now that we're level 7, I'm feeling tough. I wanna try out my new abilities and shit. So, I guess that means I need to go first to the world map so I can get back to my keep. How much money do I have? Quite a bit. Okay. So, let's go home. A long journey. I've only done the first two floors of the Endless Paths. Wait, what? What did that just say? What? Security reports that cutthroat bandits will attack the stronghold in 5 days. Oh, sweet. Can't wait to get attacked. I mean, that sounds ludicrous, but, like, that sounds exciting. Attack my shit. Bring all your gear and loot with you, bandits. Security, how do we know that? We know that 5 days ahead of time, but I can't just go to where those bandits are and kill them, like... Well, there's some bandits, and we know they're planning to come here. They've told us exactly what time, but we don't know where they are now. But trust me, there's gonna be some bandits here in 5 days. Some strange intelligence gathering. We've intercepted their, emails about the topic. Alright, cool. Well, 5 days from now... Ooh, wait. Oh, no. There ain't gonna be no auto-resolve. Nah. A band of cutthroat bandits. A band of bandits. Bandits in a band. Or maybe they're actually a band. Maybe, you know, they perform music. And they also happen to be bandits. Has been seen lurking through the outer forests of Cadnua. They will be striking soon. What happens? Oh. Am I just jumping ahead in time to when the bandit attack is? Because I just clicked on manual resolve, and now I got a loading screen. Wait. Oh no, here we are. We're within my stronghold. They're just here, like boom. Oh my god. Do I have all of my dudes that I hired, plus my whole party? Do I get to control these guys? No, I don't get to control them. Like, I can't select them.
Que?
They're apparently just gonna do their own thing. Ooh, look at the Brutish Warrior. He looks tough. He's a wizard. And the Valiant Shock Mage. Mercenary Mind Striker. So we got a Cipher, a Wizard, like a Barbarian or something. My Rogue. my regular fighter. Somebody's missing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's missing. Where is my Rawatai Linebreaker and my Vagabond Scald? What are those lazy fuckers doing? No good layabouts. You're getting paid well for this. Get over here. And then I have my whole party. Oh, I can let these scrub NPCs like tank and everything for me. Oh, that's great. Oh, they have 2 mages. And they got like a rogue and a, I don't know, fighter or rogue or something. And there's a fighter or a barbarian or whatever. And there's like another one. Alright, whatever. I'm not worried about this. I'm at the home, so I'm about to go rest. And I have all my people, so I can just blow spells, I can go crazy here. So, let the going crazy begin. Where you at, Adair? Go ahead and get in there and knock this sucker down.
Tell me.
Palagina. Just chill for a second. Endurance. Oh my god. 4th level spells? What? Let's just start right out the gate with a Searing Seal. Like, right out the gate. We're gonna... where do I want to place it? It's fast, right? No, it's not fast. So by the time well, I should let them move a little bit before I do that. So let's just interdict first. That's gonna get all of them, no matter what, basically. And,
Yes?
Anna. Oh yeah, so I can just burn stuff. I can just burn stuff. So let's just start dropping pain. Oh, Silent Scream, what? Okay, yeah,
Your thoughts must flow deeply.
We're going to
indeed.
Silent Scream Town. You Silent Scream that one. And I'm gonna Silent Scream that one. And,
Yes?
Anna's doing
What?
his thing, and he's doing his thing, and she's just gonna wait a second to see where people move to. And then... There's doing his thing.
Que?
Oh shit. Oh, those are my guys! I'm like, there's more back there. We had him surrounded. There's my Linebreaker. Oh, he looks scary. And my Scald. Look, he's even chanting. He is a chanter. Are we getting any buffs from him? No, he's too far away from us. And there's that fellow of St. Widewin whom I fired a long time ago, and he's still here. That's awesome. Alright, yeah, just... Ooh, Reviving Exhortation. Just get in there and tear somebody up. I don't even care. We are about to oh, no. Get this guy then. We're about to work these. Alright, Durance. It's Searing Seal time. Just go crazy. That only hits enemies, right? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, it's just enemies. Searing Seal some fools. Don't even care.
I'm ready.
Wreck this guy.
Hey.
Where is Adair? He's just in it. He doesn't give a shit. Let's knock down. Look at that guy. Weakened, dazed, prone, flanked, blinded, stunned, prone. Because I have like all these casters of different types, and this is awesome. Oh, whatever. I don't even care. These guys are going to be dead in like a second. I could just unpause and do nothing right now, and they'd be dead. Silent Scream. Yeah, let's just throw Mind Blades out there and call it a day, basically.
Eh?
Die, one bandit. Wow. That was really easy. That was really easy. Having my whole party plus all those hirelings is just gonna mow down. And how come I have another loading screen? And all that loot had better still be laying on the ground, damn it. Okay, good, it is. Well. Some loot is here.
Alright then.
Where's the rest of the loot? Oh, Brutish Warrior's just walking around like... Everything seems to be in order. Yeah, you just wrecked some shit. Well, I want the rest of my loot, but... Oh wow, they dropped fine stuff. Hey, hey! That's some money. Waiting on your orders, milady. Wow, he has really good manners for being so brutish. So, I don't know what that just did to time. It said it was going to happen in 5 days, and then I hit resolve, and it happened. We didn't just jump ahead in time 5 days, right? No, we didn't, so... Apparently, you can just make it happen. Like, oh, we know they're going to attack, so let's go... Just kill them. Yeah, my hireling stole the loot, no kidding. You can't loot in combat, can you? I don't think you can. Yeah, this thing's not even done yet. Well, that was really easy. Do I even need all these guys? Well, yeah, they all give me bonuses and stuff, so... Good job, Brutish Warrior. Oh, I have, like, all the buildings now, too. I forgot. This is, like, my chapel, I think. I got my place all pimped out. What a nice chapel I've constructed. I get XP for discovering my own chapel. Alright, cool. Chapel Priest. He doesn't have a name. May the gods guide and protect all who seek their blessing. Any hidden objects in my
Time
chapel?
to see and not be seen.
Have I hidden away anything in my chapel? No? Yes? Okay. Chapel Priest, sup?
Welcome.
Greetings, my lady. I thank you for restoring our chapel to its former glory. I am certain the gods look favorably upon you. I have gathered what scrolls I could find. Perhaps they can be of use to you in your travels. Let me see what you have.
Wow, he doesn't exactly have a big selection, but he has the really nice scrolls. He has the really high level scrolls. He's like, I don't bother with the scrub scrolls. He has the revival ones. Man, that's a good scroll. Huge radius revive with 150 endurance. Come on, son. Huge radius paralyze. Oh my god, that's a good scroll. These are expensive, but you know, the day will come when I'll have so much money that I'll just be able to buy a bunch of these and just use them like when I was 20-meter range, 5-meter radius paralyze. Are you fucking kidding me? It's incredible. Alright. Well,
Hello.
thanks, Chapel Priest. Hey, would you like to purchase some fine goods from me? In the name of your god or whatever. Here's some fine daggers. And here's some fine leather armor. It's very fine. Here's a fine hood. It's not really a fine hood, it's just a hood, but still. You can have it. You can have that hood too. You like some fish? Okay. So I would like to have your 670 copper, please. So there's my chapel. I haven't checked out my, like, smithy that I built here either yet. It seems like it's been a while since I've been back to the place here. The place. Back to the, Can I camp? I can camp here? Wait a minute. I can't camp in town, but I can camp in my stronghold, even though I have a house a few feet away, and it uses my... That's dumb. What's up, Vagabond Scald? Good job. My people are all like, yup. I wonder if they can die, and if they can die, are they just gone? Do you lose them? Do you have to hire someone new? I was so happy when I saw my other two come running in from the other side. I was like, where are they? Why aren't they helping? And then I saw those other guys coming. I'm like, ah, there's more enemies. And then I realized they weren't enemies. They were my people. It was a pretty exciting moment.
Light, flame, and sound.
The folded shirts feel soft and lightweight. That's lovely. Dried fruit, cured meat, and mixed nuts are sorted among the display case boxes. My craft shop. Hello, craft shopkeeper. Why are you doing that? Good tidings, my lady. Might I interest you in anything? I offer supplies for the road. I'm sure you'll find many things of use to a hardy traveler such as yourself. One can never be too prepared. Let me see what you have. Whoa, fine. Ooh, good stuff here. Fine blunderbuss. Fine arquebus. Fine pistol. Fine arbalist. What? Fine estoc. Fine greatsword. So, all fine weapons. Here's what I wonder, and I'll bet it does. I'm wondering, does this stuff upgrade over time based on your level? I bet it does. I'll bet it does. I bet when I get a little higher level, he will have the exceptional quality weapons. Here's some nice... So basically every single kind of weapon in the game, a fine version. And fine shields. Oh, and every kind of armor, a fine version. Fine plate. I think I already enchanted mine to be fine, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Fine robes. And he's got torches. Well then. Boy, fine blunderbuss. I want you, fine blunderbuss. I want you in my life. Did I buy one? It's a lot of money, but come on, son. I'm buying one. I'm buying one. I don't even care. Boom. Purchased. Now, what should happen... What should happen with that... yeah. I have Draining Whip. Is... I should, wait. Why is my accuracy only 44?
Que? Eh? Tell me. Eh?
Shouldn't it be 50? Wasn't it 50 before?
Hey.
It just seems like their accuracy is still so low. Not really sure what adds to it. I mean, I know none of the core stats add to it, sadly. I think it starts at like 20 for ciphers. And then 3 per level. Three per level gained. That'd be another 18. That'd be like 38. Oh yeah, 38. And 6 from the aura. So, okay. I guess that's the correct amount. It just doesn't seem like very high. Be nice to get some... Now, I don't know why she has so much accuracy exactly, but She does. Oh, I know why. Because she has weapon focus, right? And she has her aura. Still, though, that's a grip of accuracy. Oh, I know why it was 50 before. If she switches to this... Whoa.
Yeah.
How much accuracy did she just gain? This thing has +4 because it's fine. Oh, I know why. Because an arquebus has -5 accuracy. Right? So with that weapon, you know, she's at 44. She switches to this and it goes all the way up to 53 because... And it's 53. It was 50 before. She just leveled up, giving her +3 more. Now it's 53. Okay, I was right. I wasn't just imagining that. See, both of them have 53 if they use that. Alright, cool. Mystery solved. I think, yeah, all firearms. Pistols and arquebuses and... Ooh, blunderbuss is even more inaccurate. Shit. But they all have minus to accuracy, just for being firearms. But yeah, so she has fine on her weapon and her weapon focus talent. So that's 59. Cool. Alright, so I now have a fine blunderbuss in my life. I'm going to put it on her instead of this arquebus. She's gonna use it before switching to her
No problem.
arbalist. So now the thing about the fine blunderbuss is its accuracy is awful, and although not much worse than the arquebus because it is fine, so that cancels out some of that extra accuracy hit from being a blunderbuss. And of course the damage is very low, but it shoots 6 projectiles. I thought it shot 8. Alright, well it shoots 6 anyway. Now, each one of those can hit or graze or miss or whatever, but for every single one of them that hits, I'm going to gain focus, and I'm going to gain +2 more focus for every single one that hits. So, in other words, it's a big focus generator for a cipher, in theory. That's the way it used to work, at least. We'll see how it works out. But I have high hopes. And it does have the DR bypass. Although, not as much DR bypass. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Basically looks a lot like a pistol.
Yeah.
But it's more like a shotgun, really. Hopefully that will generate more focus for me in a single shot than the arbalest or the arquebus would.
Got it.
We'll see. This arquebus here can just kind of go back into the stash.
Following your lead. As you say. On your word. What?
Hello.
Like, I wouldn't mind having a fine arquebus instead of a regular arquebus for, or instead of that fine pistol for, endurance, but I'm not going to buy another arquebus right now. And if I did want to buy an arquebus, I would go buy that cool one with the weird name from the Club of Extraordinary Gentlemen, or whatever the hell it was called. That's the first... I have not yet found a single blunderbuss in this game. I found, you know, just ones for sale, fine ones for sale from a lot of money. For a lot of money. Okay, well, I have one now.
Yeah.
So we'll try it out.
Of course.
Anything else I need to do in here? Nah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be selling exceptional quality weapons and armor. When I get, you know, maybe when I hit level 8. Maybe I'll have to be a little higher than that, I don't know. Level 8's when you can make them. That Mind Striker did a good job. Let's see. There was my chapel. This is my craft hall I just came out of. Look, I have torches on the bridge down there now. Oh, and my forum is done. Doesn't look much different, does it? We'll see, maybe. Maybe it does. Yeah, I guess it's been... These seats have been kind of built up and... I like... Oh, so that's kind of cool that the chapel is nestled within the hand. That's actually awesome. Oh, this must be my training grounds. Yeah, these weren't here before. I built training grounds, so now there's like dummies to practice on and stuff. They should have put one of the hirelings over here, like using it. My brutish warrior. This fountain's nice and flowing. A Rauatai linebreaker looks like he's no joke. Curio shop. What was in my curio shop? I know of one specifically that you get from a quest. And it's a very good one. And I could theoretically just go over there and do that quest right now and get it, but I don't want to right now. Because that's in the backer beta. That's this tiny little sliver of the game that was in the backer beta includes that quest where you get lead splitter or lead spitter, which is a very nice blunderbuss, but don't want to do it yet. Dozens of spider legs protrude from the necks of these bottles. Okay.
Greetings.
Greetings, my lord. Were you in need of something? Beetle shells? Zareb tongues? Like to see what you have. Certainly. Oh yeah, that's right. She has all the parts. Take that bind. I don't need to buy any parts. Who else was I just shopping at that had all these parts? Somebody back in town, but it's kind of cool that I can buy these right here in my own place.
When I first heard that they were going to have firearms in this game, as part of the world, I wasn't happy about it. I didn't like the idea. But I've since changed my mind. I think that firearms add something to it. To the world, and they're fun to use, and I think they fit in fine. They don't feel out of place. Because the technology level is like late Renaissance, at least in Vailia. So it makes sense that they would have these guns. And it's not like they have modern firearms. I mean, there's no auto fire or, you know, rifled barrels or anything like that. Revolvers. I mean, all of these are single-shot, muzzle-loaded black powder weapons, so they don't feel like too anachronistic. Artificer's Hall. Oh, yeah, that's the one that has the traps. We've been in there. Cool. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different buildings I can enter as part of my stronghold. Rad. I just want to come take a look down here. Because I fixed up the outside, too. Like my winding paths, wooded paths, or whatever. All of these, all these braziers on the bridge were burning at night. So I bet that looked pretty cool. My wooded paths. And of course there's this place where I can get bounty quests that are way too hard for me right now. Oh, my garden. Wow, that looks nice. There's a lot growing in there. And obviously my hedge maze. I'm pretty sure my hedge maze didn't have these flowers on it before. Did it? I don't know, maybe it did. Let's go inside the... Well, hold up. Maybe I should fire my brutish warrior. Because I fired that other guy, that other guest, the fellow of St. Widewood, and he just stuck around forever. And I don't have to pay him. I should fire my brutish warrior and see if the same thing happens. No, that's probably bugged. That's probably like an exploit. Oh, look, my...
the famed rustic charm of the Deerwood.
Look, this is all fixed up now, and it looks awesome. Nice. My lower floor is no longer shitty. This is glorious looking. What about this room? Hey, my kitchen's all nice too. Rich, savory stew bubbles over the hearth. Who cooked this stew? I don't see a cook in here, and why can't I eat it? The new shelves smell rich with freshly cut timber. Oh yeah, in my lab. Cool. So my hearth. My house is all beautiful. Yeah, Anonymous says, I love they added a bit of that Arcanum twist, saying that firearms were developed to shoot mages. Yeah, there's definitely some Arcanum reminiscent elements in this with the whole conflict between technology and magic, you know? I mean, it's not like heavily played up like it was in Arcanum. I mean, in Arcanum, that was pretty much like the whole theme of the game, basically, but there is some elements of that. It's pretty interesting. I mean, because like some technology, you would think it wouldn't develop the same way it developed in our world if there was magic, right? Like, how do those things? It seems like, but in other, oh, what? Tucked in the drawer is a note signed with Bright red lip prints. It reeks of cloying perfume. Thanks again for your... Oh, I can read it down here. Thanks again for your help with Colfedge. It's always nice to have a friend who knows how to take care of business. Come see me anytime, Bracanta. This is from the mother and wife, the matron of the Dominels. She apparently likes me, which I'm not a fan of. Don't you? Haven't you heard, lady? You Dominels are supposed to hate me. But she was pretty happy that I did that quest for her. That's pretty cool that like, because they're sort of a roguish group, so they came in and like somebody slipped that in the... Oh, here's Sagani and Itumak. Just chilling in here. Wilderness of the Deerwood rambles on behind the house. Haravius is in here. It's kind of weird that none of them have clothes. Feel bad about that.
Need something? Curious about your compatriots? We can speak another time.
Okay. I know I'm screwing around right now, wasting a bunch of time, but I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything new in any of these rooms. No, I didn't side with them, actually. I totally didn't side with them. I just did one quest for her, and in fact, I didn't even do what she wanted me to do. I went and, like, did the opposite of what she wanted me to do, but then I lied to her and told her I did it, which is the only time in this entire playthrough that my character has ever lied. He's always completely honest about everything, but in that one instance, she lied to protect somebody. But so yeah, I did the opposite of a quest for her, and everything else, every other interaction I've had with the Dominels has involved me killing them, or thwarting their plans or whatever. So, holy crap, this is dumb though. Like, this annoys me that all of these are separate. You spent all that money and time upgrading this place. You should get all of these bonuses. And again, you got to go through a bunch of loading screens and travel time to get here. You should get all of these bonuses when you rest here. Or at least, like, more than one. Like, you could pick 3 or something. Well, I always feel like I have to take mechanics because it's one of those things where, like, if you don't have enough mechanics, it just sucks. Anything else is like more, you know, okay, that helps you a little bit. It gives you a little bit of a bonus, but you could do without it. But mechanics is like either you have enough mechanics to disarm the thing or pick the lock, or you don't. So it's, you know, pretty binary. So having that +1 in mechanics feels more necessary.
Animancy seems to be the topic of the hour here. You've closer dealings with souls than I do. What do you think of it?
What do I think of it? Oh, that's cool. I noticed this background. As one of the things you can pick when you make your character, there's backgrounds, you know, and I picked Dissident, but there's a lot of different ones you can choose, depending on what area you're from. If you're from the Examinable Plains, one of the ones you can choose is Philosopher, which of course I loved the idea of, because like that'd be like my favorite, because I love philosophy. So it's cool that if you're a philosopher, you can actually answer something different here. Well, no, because the proper inns have bonuses that are huge. They give you like big major points, you know, and they're where you are instead of, you know, traveling 22 hours back to this place, going through 3 or 4 loading screens, resting here, going through all those loading screens again, and another 22 hours of travel. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be worth it to just keep running back here all the time just to get those +1s when you could get it rest at an inn and get like a +2 or 3 or 4 to something, you know? Without all that travel. Okay, no, but what am I gonna say? I think I'm tired of hearing about it. Rather stay out of the whole thing. Not as interested. You're not as interested in the subject? Not sure how I feel about it yet. I think I don't like it. It's an interesting topic for this character, though, because she's a Cipher, which is pretty close to Animancy. I mean, out of all the classes, they're the ones that are that border on what Animancy does the most. So, my character would have to be somewhat sympathetic to Animancy, being a Cipher and, kind of dabbling in souls and stuff herself. On the other hand, all I've seen is bad stuff that's been done with it. I mean, after fighting those Wicts and seeing all the other Animancy stuff, so I think I'm pretty much against it. I think this is answer number 4 seems to be the most representative. The Animancers have bungled their research time and time again, and it's always innocent people who suffer for it.
Surely it's helped many people as well. Those suffering from soul sickness, or else afflicted with temper and criminal impulse. Even the reading of soul lineages, people have a better sense of their place in the world.
I'm tired of hearing about it. Nothing good comes from it. Rather my past lives stay in the past. I like that one. I'd rather my past lives stay in the past.
There's something to be said for mystery, I suppose. Well, thanks for lending an ear. I look forward to seeing where all this goes. Or where this all goes.
I like the fact that they just sometimes talk to you after you rest. Like, it doesn't happen every time you rest, but every so often it does, which is kind of cool. I love the conversations with the companions. Okay. Let's roll out. Alright, my Artificer's Hall bonus is on. What the hell? We're still blinded? Like, unblinded? Hey. Man, that is weird.
Tell me.
Okay. Okay.
All right, then.
Now I can go on in to the dungeon. I could go through here and faff about and go down all the levels. I think I'm just going to use the master staircase over here, though. That's cool that you get to do party management at that point if you want to. So, Endless Paths. Oh, is level 1 the only one I can go to? Why can't I go to level 2? I've been to level 2. Alright, well, whatever. Let's go. It'll take me an hour. What the shit? I could run there for real in, like, 3 minutes. Way to be a closed-minded Luddite. You cannot stop science. What's even a few generations of the planet's population compared to the secrets of eternity? Dead kids? Pfft. We were talking about giving humanoids powers rivaling those of gods. Yeah, and that's not going to lead to worse things happening. Like, anything that gives humans powers is bad because horrible people are going to get those powers. And they're going to get more of them than anyone else because they're going to be the most motivated to. And then they're going to, like, start taking over and ruling and being tyrannical and committing mass genocide and enslaving the whole human race and all that kind of shit. Like, if there was like a choice, like, you know, could you give all human beings like superpowers, like they have in a comic book or something? Would you do it? The rational choice is no. I mean, it'd be fun to say yes, because then you'd get superpowers, and that'd be
Quickly
cool.
and
But
quietly.
rationally, you kind of have to say no to that because otherwise you're fucking the Earth over. Because there's
Yeah.
going to be way more people that are going to use those superpowers for evil and like doing terrible shit than there's going to be ones who are actually going to want to like be heroes and stop them and shit. Most people are going to be they're going to be like, oh, whatever. I can't be bothered with going out and
Tell me.
stopping
Good.
supervillains. And so the like villains would totally take over and it would be horrible. Where the hell is my character? Why can't I want to get through this and open this thing up and use this master staircase. Whoa. It lets me activate that thing. It's just there's nowhere else I can go on the staircase until I find wherever the... Maybe it's on level 3. Alright, whatever. Let's go down to level 2. Well, yeah, without supervillains, who would superheroes beat up? You say, well, yeah, but like...
My thoughts will be as silent as
The reason those things work in the comic books is because there's roughly the same amount of superheroes as there are supervillains. Or they have roughly the same amount of power. So there's a checks and balances thing. I mean, the heroes can keep the villains in line. But if it was the real world and everybody just had superpowers, it would so not be like that.
Yeah.
Because way more people would just be apathetic and not do anything about it. And the people that would be the most motivated would be the ones with villainous intentions. And the number of people that would actually like be heroes would be pretty small, even though everyone would have powers. Like, the most fantastic thing about comic book worlds is not the superpowers, it's the fact that there's that many people that are like truly heroic in like character. Because I mean, maybe that's an unfair thing to say. There are obviously lots of people who are very heroic in character in our real world, but I don't know. I don't think there'd be enough. There wouldn't be enough to counteract how many scumbags there would be. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am, because we've seen what people do with power in the real world. Ooh, I'm on level 3. There's water down here. I'm scared. I'm already scared.
Yes? Few others have dared step into the endless paths. Fewer still have come out again. What things we shall see.
Cool, he's got a special conversation because we're down here. That's neat. A bunch of rocks and dead things. Look, there's another pebble. I could publish a memoir, sell copies on the docks in Defiance Bay.
Ha! Write your memoir and I'll take it to Rawatai. They'll speak your name on every continent when we're through.
That's cool. I was gonna just ask him
On
about...
your word. Yes, my friend?
What don't I know? Actually, quite a lot. There isn't very much known about the Endless Paths. By anyone, I mean. We're writing the history books as we speak.
Or, walk.
What I do know is that Odd Nua is said to have been a great king, ruling over a host of men and women, and he built this place as a monument. But the paths have been here 2,000 years. The Adirans claimed it after them, and after them in turn came a host of treasure hunters and explorers. I'd wager there are bones down here for every era.
That's pretty cool.
Yes? Yes, my friend?
Okay, so that's the same. Awesome.
Got it.
No,
Hello?
there is no unstealthing. Cool. So level 3. Considering how badly I got my ass kicked on level 2. Okay. Yeah, everybody knows what that means, of course. Though worn away by time, many of these alcoves are engraved with Adiran's surnames. Well, I hate to do this to you, because I spent so much time faffing about, and now I finally just got down here to the actual dungeon and some cool shit's gonna happen. But now is when I have to stop. So, this will be a cliffhanger. I will end on a cliffhanger. When I next stream, and in our next episode, I will take on level 3 of the Endless Paths of Odd Nua. But that's gonna do it for this time. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity.